Greetings, wise ones. It's Melissa from 8th House Wisdom. I'm here with a video about my favorite number and one of my favorite days of the year. We're going to be talking about the number 8 and the energy of 888 that is active today. The 8th month and the 8th day of the year is normally known as the peak of the opening of a cosmic portal called the Lion's Gate or the Lion's Gateway. And this is something that has been observed for thousands of years. Evidence of the first observance of this occurred in Egypt. If you go to look at the pyramids in the Valley of Giza, during this time, the star Sirius that sits in the sky comes into a level of perfect alignment, and that star looks as if it is shining its way down and through the actual construction of the pyramids. It's amazing to see the level of precision and accuracy that this very ancient and powerful civilization had, to be not only to be able to build those buildings, but to align the architecture and the design of them with the stars back at a point where they didn't have supercomputers to do the math, which makes me even more excited about being an astrologer, because I mean, it just makes you totally badass. But yes, so the 8th day of the 8th month is usually is when we get to the full peak. The beginning of this energy and the beginning of the opening of this portal started and usually starts around 7:26. And the energy will kind of wane from now on 8/8 to the 12th of the month. And so today is an opportunity for us to really focus on Leonian or Leo type energy, and the energy of 8 and what it means to be able to manifest things on a great level. Things that we need a almost cosmic bump of energy to be able to acquire. The number 8 in astrology rules the 8th house. I'm a Scorpio. That's why I'm Melissa of 8th House Wisdom. I bring Scorpionic and 8th house wisdom to my clients and to my followers. What does the 8th house actually rule? Well, the 8th house rules birth, sex, death, transformation, the underworld, a level of violence, let's be real, but that's because of its deep connection to the overarching idea of transformation. Violence tends to be really striking, in our minds and in our psyche. Scorpio and the 8th house, they rule the underworld. So, there's also that underbelly of things, things that are under the surface, and can be felt but not be seen. And today is a day where aspects of that energetically from an astrological perspective are coming through. From a numerological perspective as well. And also in astrology, 8 rules infinite energy, because it is 2 circles, and depending upon whether you do draw 2 circles or you draw the essentially sideways infinity, it's a flow of energy that does not stop. And that's a great thing for us to be thinking about on a day like today. 8 also represents other people's money. Taurus is the opposite sign of Scorpio, or the 8th house. Taurus represents personal finance. The 8th house represents other people's money, or community chest and finance. From an Eastern perspective, in Asian cultures, particularly Chinese, double 8s represent a level of happiness and blessing that are pretty much unparalleled. And when I think about all the different representations of what the number 8 means, and here we are finding ourselves on a day where we have double the blessing with 8/8/2020. But then further in this understanding of the Lion's Gate, Ishtar, the goddess Ishtar, she has an 8-pointed star that many of us will see. I will potentially drop a picture of that in here. That, which tends to be the refracting light, or the reflecting lens, that the light that the star Sirius pulls and beams through, creates a 888 energy, which means that we have a level of abounding infinite possibilities on a day like today. And so your ritual does not have to be ornate, highly decorative, highly involved, but it should be meaningful. That's an opportunity for us to be able to understand what in that litany of things that I just indicated will actually be showing up for you, and then how you can make the best use of it. And so it's through pulling down those pieces of information that I use astrology as a map to turn what seems like normally unpredictable events in our life into something that's more known, and where I'm more readily able to use this knowledge to understand and decode what's happening next. And so, since we are in this 888 energy, and 8th house rules Scorpio, which is knowing the deep and unknown, I really just wanted to get on here and talk about the influence of that energy on me and the potential influence that it can have on you in your own life. If you are interested in learning and knowing more about your map, your personal map, and your personalized life instruction manual, especially during these periods of time, you can check out the shop on my profile. I have an Instagram and Facebook shop where I have direct links to getting a copy of your birth chart or your transit chart at 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months to really be able to understand potential patterns that are going to be showing up so you're not caught by surprise. So I just wanted to leave that for you all today on one of my favorite days of the year, and say happy 8 energy. May the Lion's Gate portal bring to you and through you your highest potential and highest outcomes. Until next time, sending lots of light and love. Take care.